Welcome back to another day in my life. Here in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. Going to a cool party at Owen Bradley's barn. Super cool party. My friend Paul. Here's Paul. Let's find a picture of him. There he is. You might also recognize him from another video. This video at Shiloh Music. He's in the back there. So anyways, Paul's like, hey, come to this party. It's at Owen Bradley's barn. It's a cool spot. I said, okay, of course. You tell me to come to a party. I'm there. And we're at this event. I got to get, they're playing music there. This guy is literally tattooing a guy over here. Yeah, so that guy was tattooing somebody at the party here. And, I get to go to some cool spots. You meet celebrities, you see cool, amazing studios. And it turns out this is one of those cool studios. So I said, Paul, this is a cool spot. I love it here. This is very cool people, nice people. I'm meeting a lot of interesting characters. And he goes, well, here's what I really wanted to show you. Come on over here. We need your help to fix Elvis's piano. This is Elvis's piano that he played on in RCA Studio B. If you've ever been to Nashville and you've gone on the tour of RCA Studio B, this is the piano that was in there a long time ago. I think they have a different one now. But this is a Steinway Model B, I can't remember the year, 60s. Had some checking in the lacquer you're going to see here. But yeah, everybody recorded on this piano. I mean, there were a couple main pianos in town that everybody played on. This was one of them. Elvis, the Outlaws, Patsy Cline, all that. I mean, anybody who was recording back then knew this piano. I'm really getting in there close with the checking because I didn't know if I'd have to fix that or not. And I really, with a historic piano like this, I would rather not repair too much. I like to just keep it preserved, keep it in place. I don't want anything moving. I don't want it changing. I don't want it falling apart. But we do want to clean out things like this mouse nest. So when I saw that, I said, oh gosh, we got a lot of work ahead of us. The piano, you'll notice it won't play. It barely, it needs a serious action regulation. You can't really push the keys down easily. And then when they do go down, they hit really hard. So yeah, that's it. And it's a really cool studio. It's got looks like an outside of a house, inside the house. Pretty cool. Anyways, found this the cap was coming off. The key was a little broken. You could barely see the fracture down the side of it. So things like that need to be fixed if it's going to play. And I'm just going to go through this whole piano. This is going to be a longer video, but you will get to see what it takes to repair a piece of history. And I don't like to put new things on there. I like to use what's already there, the old stuff. And sorry, you got my good side there, but but yeah, we're gonna take that mouse nest out and get it back in good playing condition. There's Bobby hanging out. You saw a picture of him earlier. Yeah, we hung out a lot. He'll tell you more about the studio in a minute. But yeah, here's a cool angle of me vacuuming up mouse poop and trying not to get it everywhere. I really don't like to use a vacuum with mouse poop because I don't like to blow everywhere, but if you're wearing a mask, not the end of the world.
Jerry Bradley, Clay's father, he produced the Outlaws album, the first one.
Yeah, wow.
It was the first platinum album in country music history.
Wow.
And it was amazing because basically he told me that RCA New York called and said, look, you got these people and they ain't making us no money. Do something with them or dump them. So he went through the archives and pulled outtakes that had never been released. It was Waylon and Willie and Jesse Coulter and Tom Paul Glazer, and he had the concept called The Outlaws and put it out. Platinum album.
Wow.
Didn't spend hardly any money on it. Platinum album, and not only the platinum album, but it created the outlaw genre of music.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, Bobby knows all about all this history because you know what? He was there. He was there for it, for all these recordings. He was in the studio and just helping out. In that picture, you got to stop it. There's George Jones. Oh, look, there's Burl Ives. Yeah, that picture, you got Marty Stewart. You got all kinds of... Go back and pause the video and you can see. But yeah, Burl Ives, I guess, was good friends. They did all those old Holly Jolly Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They recorded so much of that. Big Rock Candy Mountain, all that. I'm pretty sure a lot of that was recorded right here. Check out that cool RCA box in the background. A lot of cool stuff here. Anyways, yep, there was a. So I was gonna go and clean up the hammers, but then I found this broken hammer. And some people would replace the shank, replace the hammer maybe, make a little, put new pieces in there. I like to, you'll see, I'm going to repair this one. And I'm going to use a little toothpick, drill out the middle. It's a little foreshadowing, not really, this is just spoiler alert. I'm going to put it in there and I'm going to make a little pin for the middle of this, and with the glue it should really hold it very well and tighter and better than it was, even probably stronger than without it, having the glue in the middle there. But you'll see later that there was the very last hammer was also broken, had been repaired. This one maybe had not been repaired, maybe they didn't notice. I don't know, not too many people play these, the A0 and B flat 0 at the end of the piano. So
down here was great. The George Jones DeWitt album we did in '94. That was really nice. The drums were in this room here, but everybody else was out here. And, you know, it was all those big stars.
wow.
A bunch of big stars. You know, him and Amy Lou Harris.
Can you show me the control room over there for the video?
Somehow Jerry managed to get all the signs off places, and the RCA
Oh yeah,
signs over there.
I know. I saw that. Can we take a look at that real quick?
The monument, Decca.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm not sure how he accumulated that. And that's George and Keith Richards. They were on that album.
Ah, yeah.
That's a good album.
That was here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jeez.
We worked 3 weeks on it.
Wow. Let me try and get a shot of it. Jeez.
Keith Richards. Everybody thinks we're, what do you say? Everybody thinks we're filthy rich. Actually, we're just really dirty.
Look at this. Holy. Yeah, Bobby's a lot funnier than I am. So I'm going to let him stick to the jokes, and I will stick to the repairs here. So you can see we're almost back together. I keep going back and forth. You know, I don't measure all the way sometimes. What I like to do is, for a repair like this, I like to give a little extra wiggle room that the glue is gonna fill up, and the dowel piece that you put in the middle. But I like to be able to adjust it right when I get to the very end. So I'm dry fitting here still. I haven't put any glue on or anything yet, but you can see how it's gonna look. And if I was more confident, I would have zoomed in, but I am not confident in the repair yet. So it's getting there. You can see the very end hammer is not in perfect alignment, but mine will be in perfect alignment if I have anything to say about it. And so now I'm going to get ready for the glue. And whenever I have glue out, I put my gloves on, I use paper towels, and I have another damp rag for paper towel because I like to work clean. And it's very important that I don't get any glue. Oh, and you'll see it's not long enough. Uh-oh. Didn't bring my longer clamps. So that's okay, because I don't want to clamp it like that anyways. That's what I'm realizing. I'm looking around. What can I use? Nothing. You got to do it a different way. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Okay. So still dry fitting. We're going to eventually... Oh, we'll look back and check out some of the scenery. It's cool working in a place like this because you can't stop looking around to see everything. And I got my glasses on, that's why I'm walking funny in the reflection. But the Meta Ray-Bans. Look at Dolly was over there hanging out. All right, so I'm going to go in now, finally getting the glue out. We'll take just a tiny dab. You'll see. Just a tiny dab of glue. A dab will do you. Yeah.
Put vocals in here. People constant.
Oh yeah, it's a big sound, huh?
I want to use the studios, but He said, I don't like small vocal booths. You got a big vocal booth? I said, we have the biggest vocal booths in Nashville. Really? They walk in and I said, see? They go, oh.
We're the biggest vocal booth in Nashville here. I love that. The whole barn. So all this stuff was, can you tell me about the history of the Bradley family and you guys and the whole...
Well, I started working at the old barn, the one that burned down, the real barn.
Okay.
We saw a picture in there of the barn.
Oh, yeah.
I started working there in October of 1971. And I worked for Owen until October of 1980 when it burned down. And then I've been a freelance engineer ever since then. And worked all over. And then about 84 or 5, something like that, Owen booked me to come in and start doing some work for him. And I started working out here for him a lot. But I've just worked all over. I've worked in 61 different studios.
Wow.
In LA and New York and Dallas and all around town. I like working in different rooms. I don't know. It's just a kind of a challenge and it's fun too.
And is it Owen's your uncle, isn't it?
Uncle,
Yeah.
My father and Owen was brothers. Owen and Charlie and Harold and my dad and then Ruby, his sister.
All right, so now I've got it all mocked up here with the glue. It's all wet. Still, it's pretty straight. It's not perfect yet. You don't have to get it perfect quite yet, all right? Just in case anybody's out there giving me a hard time in their mind. Look at that. Not perfect. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. It's going to be perfect. We're going to get there. Look at that. See a little wiggle room? We just got to set it in the right spot so the glue hardens with it precise in the exact right. We're going to get everything perfect. Don't worry. Just wait. Just wait. We're getting there. And bam. See that? It doesn't look, you might think, that's not how I would do it. That is how you should do it. That's great. That's a good, look at that. It's going to be perfect right there. Bam. See the last one? You can see where it was repaired. It's okay. We're not repairing it like that one. We're repairing it like this one, so it's the right length. See that? It's going to be dead on in line with those other hammers. I can't wait to see it at the end. And there's my little setup. A little Gorilla Glue, product placement for them. You got my, the rest of my tools. Now we move on to the cleaning process. It's a big step. You know, a piano like this deserves to be clean. Piece of history, American history, on half the songs you've heard on the radio the past 50 years. You got to clean it, you know what I mean? So I'm in there. I'm doing the work. This guy, 2 thumbs, me, got to clean them. So, not that that's not clean, but you know, they get dusty. This was in storage for a long time. Now they're getting it back out. They're getting the studio going again, putting the band back together. You know, we got to get the piano ready. So, it's pretty dark in there, but you can see I go under the strings and I use a few different cleaning tools, but that's kind of a Slim Jim thing with a damp paper towel on the end. So, you can see how I do it. Yeah, it's quite a history here. And so Owen started the barn.
Yeah, he
started recording, huh?
See, Owen and Harold had the Kwanzaa hut downtown where they could Patsy Cline and all this records, and CBS bought it. Who depends who you ask, they said it was a clause in the contract Owen couldn't have a studio in Davidson County for 10 years. Owen denied it. He said no. Harold, his brother, said yes. And so him and Burl Ives, Burl Ives.
Yeah.
They were friends for years. Him and their wives, and then Owen had a lake house down here on Gay Wind, about 3 or 4 miles down the road. And they were cooking out, and ladies sent them down to the corner market to buy some hot dog buns. And the way there, they saw this auction going on here, and they pulled in here, and Owen bought this piece of property, and Burl bought the property next door.
Wow.
I didn't find out until like 50 years later that if they got the buns or not.
Yeah.
I finally asked Owen's daughter a couple years ago, did they ever come back with the buns? They said, yes, they did.
Buns in a barn.
Yeah. Hey, I bought the buns and a barn. How was that?
Wow.
There's pictures sitting around here somewhere about bulldozers, taking out all the horse shit out of the barn. I said, yeah, we took out the horse shit and never filled with bullshit. It was funny because Owen's anyway, he said, plus or minus, on a deed, it said
Yeah.
plus or minus 65 acres, and Burroughs was plus or minus 25 acres. Years and years later, Owen had it surveyed, and Owen had 50 acres.
Ah,
That's 15 acres different. That's pretty
that's a big difference.
And Burroughs only was 15 acres.
Ah,
So now Owen bought Burroughs, and it now was 65 acres.
wow. It's a lot of property, huh?
Yeah, Burl House, he was a hoot too. I worked with him. He was a character. That was back in the early
Literally,
days,
huh?
when I'd take a harmonizer
Sometimes.
and tune up the vocals. And Burroughs told Owen, said, I didn't know I sang flat till I worked with Bobby.
Ah,
Because I tuned him up. He said, well, that sounds better. Yeah, here's the Outlaw. This one it went gold, but there's a platinum one around it somewhere. That's the first Outlaw album.
wow. Yeah, and if you saw that car in there, that's literally half of Dale Earnhardt Sr., well, I guess just Dale Earnhardt, not Junior. His car, number 3, the Good Wrench NASCAR. That's half of his car. They just cut it and put it on the wall. Pretty cool. So now I'm still cleaning, as you can see. Cleaning takes a while. You want to take your time. We got to get this done right. We got to go in all these different angles and really get it. First, I go with the dust, get it all out of there. Then I come back in and really give it a good shine as much as I can. You can see the grains. So this is serial number 375,000, roughly. That'll give us, when you look it up, that's a 1961. That's a player system or recording system they used to have in there. It's pretty old school, probably from the 80s. I think they took out most of it, but they left the controller, the unit in there, so I don't want to touch it. I'm just going to leave it. Here are my dentist tools that didn't unroll as cinematically as I would have liked, or as satisfyingly as I would have liked. But yeah, you can see them all in there. They are regulation tools. I'm going to just need this one pokey tool. That's probably the technical term. Get this fancy stool over there. I love wicker. Big fan. Hashtag I love wicker. Maybe ilovewicker.com. That'll be. Anyways, we're going to go into the cap stands and adjust them first, because we start from the front of the key and go backwards and up is how I like to do it. So if you can see in the darkness, there are little tiny holes in there, and my pokey tool right there is going to go all the way back in there, right to that little hole. And not satisfyingly or unsatisfyingly, you're not going to see it, but it's in there because I couldn't get close enough. Sorry. But you know what I'm doing. We're going to move these, and they are going to raise the hammer line. We have to get those hammers, actually the shanks, off the rest rail. The rest rail is not for resting the shanks of the hammers on. It is just for noise reduction in case your hammers are bouncing down and moving fast. There's felt down there. This is what it's like. Day of my life. Gets a little quiet. But it's good. And I'm in what a cool spot. How much cooler does it get than being in a historic studio working on Elvis's piano? A lot of guys played it. And women. A lot of people played it. A lot of musicians. But people like to say it's Elvis's piano. I have done a few pianos where they say, hey, this is Elvis's piano. I say, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's real cool. Elvis played this piano probably a lot, recorded on it. And yeah, and now it's his forever. Sorry everybody else that played it. Patsy Cline, whoever her pianist was. Yeah, a lot of other pianists. He was, and I get a couple Jerry Lee Lewis, you know what I mean? Look at that. See how the hammer raises up like that? And we're going to lift the whole hammer line. So we have to do that 88 times. Well, 86 others, I guess, or whatever. You'll see. Won't play. Unless you push it hard like that, and it kind of kicks up. No good. Good. Not good. Played a little bit, but no. Dead. No. See that? Good? Not good. We're going to fix it, and you'll see what we're doing here. Moved it up. You can't see it lift, but the hammer lifted, and boom. Easy. Look at that. Hot dog. these actions are pretty heavy. Not for the faint of heart. And you have to lift them in a funny way. But look at that. There's some cigarette burns in the keys. We're not going to replace the keys. We're not replacing the hammers. We're not replacing pieces of the instrument. Because at what point does it become a different instrument, you know? So we got to keep it the same. And just make it good and play right. Only what we absolutely have to replace. Look at that. I'm not a great pianist, but you can see it is working. Pretty darn well. You could play on this one. They're going to record on this piano. There are going to be new hits recorded on this piano after, what is that, 60-something years? Come on. 65 years this year. Earplugs, Eargasm earplugs. Little product placement. I am not sponsored yet. Just in case Gorilla Glue or Eargasm wants to sponsor me. Now we're to the tuning. We're going to get to the tuning now. And we've done repairs. First is the touch. Then we clean part of the touch. Then tuning. Then you can work on the tone. We can dial in the tone, which I will do after. I don't know if I'm going to show that, but I do file the hammers down to get rid of some of those grooves. The grooves and the hammers. But I don't know if I showed it in this video. Anyways, you can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to do too long on the tuning this time. I have a lot of videos with tuning, the way I tune. It's pretty much the same as everybody else. I don't know. Maybe a little different. That's up to you. But here we are. And it's a good piano. Check it out. Listen. Take a listen. Very nice, huh? Good piano. Beautiful piano. A lot of mojo. Good dive. Cool place, huh? Very cool stuff. Oh, let me show the mixing room too. Gotta show the mixing room for the for the vlog. How cool is this? Jerry over there. A lot of cool stuff in this room. You may have noticed really quick that the sound of the piano changed when I moved the camera to the top. Oh, there's Patsy Cline. Look at that. That's the old barn. There's a lot of cool stuff in this room. Anyways, that's mic positioning has a lot to do with the sound that you're getting, the quality, the tone, and everything. The sound. So look at these. These are all epic records and stuff. So look at the Outlaws. Are you kidding me? So yeah, this is where they hung out. Look at that table.
Look at this. Oh yeah, right.
I'm gonna sit in the same spot. Look at that. Whiskey and Waylon. I would have chilled out with them.
Life is rough. You gotta
Life is rough, so you gotta be tough.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good spot.
They got carpet in the walls. Look at that. And the wood over the top. That's for the noise and sound.
The old phone there.
Play ASMR. Look at that phone. Nice.
Awesome
Yeah.
lamp. All right.
Very cool spot. Anyways, just a lot of magic in that place. Look at all those people who signed that. They've all been there.
An Opry, guys.
And this thing, look at this. Jeez.
The biggest country giant of them all. Wow.
That's it.
Decca Records.
Thanks again for watching.